Okay. First of all, let's go through Ethan's homework first, and then Xingchen homework. I think we go through Ethan homework. Okay, Ethan. Okay, this is the first time I see your handwriting. My advice is, because this is your set 4, okay, your handwriting, using pen or black pen or pencil?
Black pen.
My advice is, if next round you hand in the homework, you see whether you can use a blue pen to write instead of black pen. Okay, because you see, when you scan it, imagine your O-levels result is going to send into Cambridge, and then when you scan, and then with the shadow, all these things, black and black are very hard to see. So I hope you understand. Okay, make it to 180%. Now be careful, do not do this one too often. You just use a line like which one? There's one that you did. Just like that, cancel. Like that will do. Okay. Please do not or cancel like that. Okay. But please not cancel in this manner, because definitely your Cambridge examiner may not like it. You already feedback to us many years ago when I was an ex-teacher in the school. So it's best that you can leave a line. It's best you leave a line in the real exam, and not just my homework. Leave a line. So you see, now when you hand in homework, you see I can tell how to help you to improve, how to help you to write better. And because your handwriting is a bit small, okay, and crampy together, be careful. Your O-level English also, okay, especially you write the 作文 now, the English 作文, you must be very careful. You cannot just what should I say? Your structure is okay, but the best is leave a line, and if you can space out you did space out here, okay, so not so bad. So Ethan, will you mind read to the class, please? Is this one here? This one you put agree on, Ethan. Then you come followed by here. Okay, Howray, are you there, Howray? Can you show me your face? Bring down your camera if you can. Thank you, Howray. Okay, Howray. So whether I leave it to you, whether you want to share your SS to your class. Okay, later you let me know. How have you handed your homework to your school already? The day you asked me to check your homework. Can you unmute your mic before I forgot? All right.
Yeah, submitted.
How was it? Got back already?
No.
Is this a WA3?
Yeah.
Okay. Can pass, can pass. This is your own homework, not group.
Yeah, this is individual.
Well done. Very good. Well done. Very good. Okay. But I hope, is it okay to share next week in the class?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you. Ethan, how? Is this one here? Is it the same as this one? Because this one you put disagree, you blanco it. But anyway, Uncle mark both lah. Okay, it's okay. So can you read to the class, please?
Sorry, what do you mean?
这个答案呢？这个答案是跟这个答案一样吗？因为你 hand in 2次。反正是。
So this one is not mine.
This one is not yours.
This one is mine. This one is mine.
Oh, I'm not good. Sorry. Oh, this one is yours. Hey, because how come the same? Oh, I thought the same. Sorry. Oh, this one is yours.
No, because you asked us to write 5 words at the top.
Oh, thank you so much. So it helps, Ethan, it helps. It helps to answer. So thanks, Harry. Oh, this is yours. Okay. I see. Anyway, I will send. Did you receive this, Harry?
Yeah.
You receive it from the Google Classroom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I did. Okay, this one, Ethan also received. Okay, Ethan, can you read to the class, please? The cartoonist?
Wait, sure. Can I take my notebook from me?
Sure. Okay, so next week, I'm not sure how did my colleague call you up to discuss with you. Next week there will be face-to-face in Yio Chu Kang Classroom Club. Hurry.
I think I haven't yet.
Okay, so prepare Ethan, Howray, and Xingchen. The 3 of you will be doing preparing for a set 3 exam paper on Saturday from 3:30 or 3 o'clock. I still have to check the timing. 3 or 3:30 to attend my face-to-face exam. I mean, of course, hopefully you come because you will take it as one of the lessons. So that means if you come on Saturday next week, there's no class on Wednesday, so you can prepare for your Saturday exam. Okay. So let me see. I did put.
Sure. For the timing of the face-to-face is next week Saturday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wait, give me a minute. On Saturday, wait, what did I put? Oh my gosh. Right, just take note on the Saturday. Yes, on the Saturday is 24th of July, 3 to 5 p.m. Okay, take note 3 to 5 p.m. My colleagues will call you up on these few days. So you'll be going to Glassroot Club, okay? There will be some light snacks or meal provided for you all. Don't worry, 3 to 5. Okay? Right, 3 to 5, that's next Saturday. Prepare. And you'll be tested on the whole of Sec 3. Don't worry, Howard and Sington. Most likely you'll be tested on TOV, Hitler, and Stalin. Okay, so get ready. So, Ethan, nothing new to you, so should be okay. All right. So, and in fact, this is not the one face-to-face. There'll be a second one somewhere in September also. Okay. So, okay, right, Ethan. The cartoonist in source A.
The cartoonist in source A.
Stop. And also practice your oral, Ethan, because your oral is coming also. Let's go.
The cartoonist in source A agrees with the lyrics in source B that Chamberlain convinced the public that his defense is successful. This is evident in A, where a group of men happily played. This means that they believed in Britain is safe from any attack. This is also evident in B. We are all mighty proud of you. And God bless you, Mr. Chamberlain. This means that the people of Britain were sure that Chamberlain will bring them peace.
Okay. No, something dropped, so I just carry my son. My dear friend, 那个 attack 你看到attack 还是 attract？ 小心Okay, be careful of your spelling take note All right, so just space out. Okay, carry on.
The cartoonist in source A disagrees with the lyrics in source B in whether appeasement is a right choice. Source A conveys that appeasement is a failure, while source B supports appeasement. This is evident in source A, where a big part of the defense is broken down only to be replaced by a thin sheet of contract with "I will be good" by Adolf Hitler signed on it. This means that a huge part of Britain's defense is weak as paper. And appeasement.
I like the way you say the weak with the cut sound. Well done. Yes. All right, carry on. No, 不是 sarcastic. It's good. Go.
Weak as paper and appeasement only cause Britain to be weaker. However, the lyrics in source B supports appeasement. This is evident. You know, we're all with you. This means that the author supports appeasement.
What do you think? You see, what do I think or what do you think? Let's start from you first. It's what do you think by writing this?
Sorry, what do you think of what?
Now, what do you think after writing this and submit to Uncle Raymond? What do you think? After I mark reading, what do you think?
I think that it's not very good.
Then how do you improve it?
Oh.
不用怕，你不是第一天认识 Uncle Raymond 的，不用怕。
I'm not very sure.
You sure one? You should know one. Come. You only got
write in blue pen.
No? Okay, that's one point. Very good. Another one?
Leave a space.
That one. 不要气死我。Next one. Yeah, 你还没有达到重点。
don't cancel like that.
Okay, okay, that's fair. That one might deduct marks, fair enough. 哎，你老师没有跟你讲咩？
没有。
星辰 turn on your camera. Sorry, 一晨我听不到。
They never say anything about it.
Diamond high leh. You mean sorry? Sometimes you hand in your homework, you got do this type of things, right? They never say anything.
No.
Even your English essay do like that. The English teacher also never say anything.
No.
How Ray? Your teacher also never say anything about like that. Cancel all this.
No.
I got nothing to say, man. So sorry. All right. So you should not do that. Imagine this is a client proposal project that you're writing to a client, and you do this type of things. You think your boss will accept this before you send to the client? No way. So we must take the work very professionally with passions and perfections. So I know sometimes your cancellation, don't do the habit like that. The thing is that it's not about the leave a line using blue pens or cancellations, but it's more on how are you going to write more. You see, if you don't write more, good luck to you. Seriously. Okay. So you have to start writing more. Then the three of you, you have seen the SS like Tong Ye and some of them, they wrote a lot. Okay. And even the new girl who just joined, Jing Tian, as a Tian Jing. So you see, you can tell, they are all set 3 and set 4. They are very hungry and writing. So you guys must write more from now on. If you don't write and let me view through, good luck to you, because in your school, your teachers take only a few weeks or sometimes a few days or weeks to return your paper. Or even after they send your paper, they don't really go through in details with you. Where is your mistake? Where you're supposed to improve? Which point that you wrote is very good. You should take note. Okay. Now, if you want to go for a good JC and good poly, okay, I think it's time, these 3 months, you need to write a lot, whether you're set 3 or 4, because the WA3 is coming. And for those set 3, if you're not doing well, your parents will be called and all these stupid crap. Now, that's what I've been doing that for the past few years in my at school, which I don't really like to meet the parents, to be honest. That's me. Okay. So you can see that there's this good point. Defense is broken down on. So 你可以 copy 到这个用在 Japan in World War II, 用在 Stalin, 用在 Hitler, and 用在 Treaty of Versailles as well. See, so this is a generic answer that can be used for all things. So if you don't write, you didn't know that where is your strength, where is your weakness, where's the opportunity you can improve. So my advice is continue to write, especially next month. Especially next week. Okay, you guys is going to write a full paper for me. So you better take note. I told you 5 marks inference is every 2 points. All right, but okay, keep it up. All right, I like the G, to be honest. You know, Uncle Raymond don't like to show sarcasm here. 好就是好，不好我就是直接单刀直入跟你讲。Okay, so my advice maybe, Ethan, you can I hate the word try Maybe you can use the blue pen this time now and leave a line. You will be much better. By the way, Ethan and Howray and Sington, I think you told me before. Can I use the word did? Did your teacher tells you? Did your teacher say that you cannot leave a line? Sington, 你有跟我讲 ，OK, right? 不可以是吗？是吗，Sington? Whether you are English or Chinese, I think Sington you told me cannot leave a line, right? Must like that Nonsense I don't agree Ethan 有吗？你老师有跟你讲吗？ Your teacher tell you this?
No.
So you leave a line from now on. Okay. Leave
Okay.
a line. It's more, you see, at any point of time, if you want to add in words, because of the space in between, you can add something and it's more neater. So if you see, if you were to put like that here, like that, you see, well, I have to draw a line like that. So in case the examiner don't know, they thought it's a failure while source choice B. 你懂意思吗？他会读太快变成 source choice B， 所以整个东西错了。So you don't give them a chance to mark you wrong because your answer is correct, but because of your very not say unprofessional, because of your handwriting that is not neat and nice. Okay, I would say this is an untidy handwriting. Some teacher will say really untidy handwriting because you need to write like that because sometimes you rush to write the answer because there's a time simulated given to you. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, thank you, Ethan. Now back to Howray. Come. Howray. The cartoonist.
The cartoonist in source A would disagree to the lyrics of the song in source B. From source A, the picture shows a letter that has the words "I will be good" written on it that was signed by Adolf Hitler. The letter seems to already burst through the brick walls in between, but the other presidents
Who is
seems
the other
ignorant.
president? You see, who is the other president? Must be specific. Your starting of the three sentence, the three line there is very good, no? Then suddenly you add this president. There's only one president in this year. There's a US president. Okay, Winston Churchill is not a president, it's a prime minister. Unless you say France. France is also a prime minister, it's not a president. So how? So please be careful, huh? So don't like any, and some of your president with an S there. That means plural, no, more than one. So be careful of the word choice. Because of this word, this word can cause the whole entire sources 0 marks. Be careful. Then your teacher will say that wrong inference, wrong choice of words, okay, wrong connections. Okay, these are the things that take note. Xing Chen, Yi Chen, and Hao Rui. Thank you. Carry on, please. Still living.
Still living in their own world, believing Hitler.
This is world.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I can't tell. I thought still living in their own war. You know why I say war now? Because of the picture, so I thought it's a war. So be careful. Hey, I don't know why the three of you are, including Xing Chen. I don't know why the three of you. I think you all play game a lot. That's why maybe because of this. I find it, I may be wrong, Xing Chen. I may be wrong. I realized that after I did a very short survey, out of, let's say, 30 students, okay, for easy calculation, out of 100 students, I think 90% of the students who write like that, this kind of handwriting and this kind of, wait, this is not sarcastic. Okay, please don't mistaken. I'm not sarcastic. This kind of handwriting, usually they are very good gamer. How rare you play game, to be honest with Uncle, please? Do you play online game?
Yeah.
What online game?
Like PC game.
Yeah, give me a name.
CSGO.
Oh, that day, 心真笑了. That day my daughter play COD 嘞，我差一点看她玩到忘记去补习啊，心真，哇，很好玩嘞。Some more she was playing with a boyfriend, or the boyfriend was in another place in Hougang, I think. They say, hey, who you talking to? Talking to, I said, oh, your boyfriend. Oh, then what they are playing. Then I say, can daddy join? Don't disturb. Wow, Xing Chen. Basket cannot kick out from COD. He said, do you play online game?
Sometimes.
If you don't play, 你不是人了，你是妖怪还是 alien？因为不玩 game 的人很奇怪的嘞。But play game or nothing wrong. But because play games, we know about strategy. So so I'm not wrong. Why I realize people who are playing gamers, their handwriting are like that. 他要快。They got no patience. They just want to hit and kill and run. Correct me, especially in COD, Minecraft, Roblox, or the one you are playing, I think must be some strategy games. It's a hit and run and shoot, hide and run. Some are SG secure. So if most of them usually who write like that are 90% gamers, or something inside their cannot express themselves, they keep themselves. So Harry, if you continue to write like that seriously, okay, it will affect your future career, trust me. So please open up and write more. Okay, I never complain about handwriting, but when I look at your handwriting, I know you still have some issue of yourself. Trust me, I usually not wrong. I may be wrong, some but very small percentage. 当一个小孩子，一个孩子的字体是这样，多多少少他有一点心理障碍，读书的障碍，还是学习的障碍，还是家里的障碍，还是朋友的障碍，还是男女朋友的障碍。There are many reasons. You see, when I talk so much, you see, Xing Chen don't want to see me. Put an end there. You see, so sad. I got you, man. Okay, now let's move on. Okay, Harry, don't worry. Come.
This suggests that the other officials were completely ignorant and overconfident that Hitler will not attack even though he is already in their territories. However, from source B, it states, and when we shout, "God bless you, Mr. Chamberlain," our hats go off to you,
Sorry,
This
this is
suggests,
Mr. Chamberlain.
yeah,
Oh, you see, I also a gamer, Harvey. So when I mark, I just say God bless you. I know what, God bless you, Miss Chamberlain. No, this is not Sangati. I thought this one is a S, Miss. But I don't know why I so mark you correct. I thought is this one is in the picture source A or source B picture itself. So I did not see. Oh, Mr. Thank you. Be careful, huh? Especially when you're writing to Cambridge, because if you say Mr. or Mrs., especially your situation writing, your this one must be bad. You know, see the R. You realize your R, you don't like to write the R properly. Okay, but the F, I like your F. The G, okay. Just like Ethan, I'm very particular with this. Y, sometimes you're like that. Sometimes you turn. Your Y is always like that. So I know what kind of character you are. You see? Now you see this Y is curvy. When Y is curvy means you are more open and confident. That's why you see there's a good year. You see there's a two tick. So when you put the Y like that means you're very confident that this what you're writing is correct. You see, I can tell one. So when you're writing this kind of Y, like G, okay, like this kind of Y, you're not very confident. Okay, just put it inside because it's a code. So this is how I tell a student characters through the person, the student handwriting. Sir, may you carry on? Thank you.
this suggests that the people that wrote the lyrics are supportive of Chamberlain as their head go off for him. This signifies their respect for Chamberlain as taking off a hat is a gentleman move, which shows their respect to someone.
This is your own word, right? This is in your own words, right? Correct, Harry?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
You see? This one also you learn from gaming, right? Correct or not? Am I right to say that most of the time, right? Gaming, some games, carry on. Wait. Do you play this? Not Counter Strike. There's this. Do you all play this kind of? You know what is dog fight? Xingchen, do you know what is dog fight? Don't know. Yichen, do you know what is dog fight? 真的没不懂啊 ？Okay， 来问浩瑞 ，Do you know what is a dog fight? DOG.
No.
Look at my two hands. Please look here. Look at the camera. A dog fight is 两只飞机在天空打架. That's called the dog fight. Now they'll turn like that. You know, like the Japanese Zero Fighter and the American 飞机这样追. So they go by. You know what is G-force? You all study physics. You know what is G-force? Since you know what is G-force? G-force. So the G-force. So when the plane like turning, so dog fight is in actually two aeroplanes, the two enemy planes interact, okay, interject each other in the sky. So this is called, write down please, dog fight. 是狗DOG, dog fight. If you don't believe, you type this word dog fight in Google, is talking about two aeroplanes or even more planes fighting in the air. Okay, so take note of this dog fight. So why I suddenly say that, because every time when the kamikaze plane in the aircraft carrier or Kagai or Akagi and Akagai and Sonjo, okay, when before they fly off, the what call it, the assistant, the technicians or this aircraft technician will stand at the deck there and salute to the pilots before they fly off. So like just the taking head off means it's like a salutation. Thank you. Carry on.
Therefore, the cartoonist in source A would disagree to the lyrics of the song as source A criticizes Chamberlain while source B supports Chamberlain.
Why do you write the word criticize so blur? Oh, I'm asking you, Howie, why you write until like that? Wasted. Because I know it's criticized. I'm so sorry, very frank with you. If the Cambridge people is marking, they can just ignore this word, no? Be careful, because history is marked in Cambridge. So be careful of handwriting, okay? So, Yichen, 你看到吗？你用你的 black color 的 ink. It's so same, both of them are also, I screenshot one, I put it inside to Microsoft Words. You realize it's a bit different, the blue ink. Okay, so take note lah. My advice is 你自己看到你这样是真的一目了然，对吗？比较好了Okay, carry on. Xingchen, please turn on. Thank you. Yeah, carry on, my dear.
Chamberlain made the speech because he wanted to convince the people of Britain that what he had done was justified, and his policy of appeasement in monarch was to ensure lasting peace and no war between the two countries and Europe so that there will not be casualties and his people will support him. From source C, it states, I feel it was my duty to strain every nerve to avoid a repetition of the First World War. This suggests that Chamberlain is trying his best and giving his all to prevent what happened in World War I to repeat itself. And therefore, he wants to find an alternate way out instead of war so his people will not die or suffer.
Very good, no? The answer is very good. Your own words is very good. Okay, at least from here you see you start spacing already. You realize you are very confident when you start to write this here. But here, you just like rushing it for it. Can tell one, okay? So well done, but please improve your handwriting. Overall, you can see it's good. Okay, Haurei is pronounced Munich. Okay, the word is Munich in Germany. Okay, thank you so much for the two of you. Now let's hear from Xingchen's homework. Xingchen also got a piece of work to share. Xingchen, are you ready? Let's go. Hitler's expansionist policy was the most important reason for the outbreak of World War II in Europe. How far do you agree with these statements? Explain your answer, and this is 12 marks. Therefore, Ethan and Haurei, you need to weigh which one is more important. Xingchen will read to you. Can you all please hear? 动听开始. Let's go.
While others believe that France and Britain's policy of appeasement is the main contributing factor, I strongly agree that Hitler's expansionist policy was the most important factor leading to the outbreak of World War II. Immediately after coming to power in 1933, he started to challenge the Treaty of Versailles and adopted an aggressive foreign policy. I believe that this aggressive expansionist policy, foreign policy, was the leading cause of World War II happening.
Yeah, carry on, good.
Hitler had ambitious plans for Lebensraum and the re-establishment of Greater Germany. This led to him to try to achieve these goals at all costs, consensual or by force. For example, even though he signed the Munich Agreement, where he would not invade Czechoslovakia in exchange for the Sudetenland.
Sudetenland?
Sudetenland.
Sudetenland or Sudetenland? Carry on.
He still invaded the rest of Czechoslovakia in March 1939. Although this event did not start the war itself, it was the turning point that led to the British Prime Minister PM Chamberlain realizing that Hitler was unable to be trusted.
Yeah, 你这边是你自己的字吗？ This part here. 是你自己的字还是你 copy somewhere?
I think turning point was in the textbook.
Very good. Okay, then which part you wrote on your own? So can I say
Can't remember.
From here to here, you mostly are copying from the textbook.
The words turning point was from the
here,
textbook.
So here is your own words up to here. Is it? The one highlighted here. Is it up to here? No. I'm not quite questioning you. I'm asking you only. Please don't mistake why I question you. You know why?
Can't really remember.
You have to remember if possible, because some of the points are very relevant for your upcoming exam. Okay, this is not to penalize you to copy. This is not school. I told you, three of you. Please, can you please cut away your mentality that Uncle Raymond is a teacher in school? No, this is tuition. Tuition means you have to 自由发挥 to give as much ideas. Purpose of coming tuition is to gain as much knowledge, gain as much thing from the tutor, and then you apply, imply, and supply to your exam. You apply to your exam, and you imply with the right evidence, and you supply all your knowledge. One more time. You apply, imply, and supply to your exam. Okay, you apply what you have learned from Uncle Raymond, and then you imply all your ideas, your evidence into it, and you supply with all the possible GK and CK in your whole entire history, which is Xingchen, you're doing that. Okay. I was so surprised for so many months. You guys start to write for me, realize the important writing. If I don't enforce that writing, if I'm still so nice that Mr. Nice Guy, never mind don't hand in homework as long as you attend. Then I think, cannot lay, doesn't do justice to you all. So finally, I can see the true color of all of you who actually can write. But why it's not lazy? Because you all three are not lazy, please. Okay, if your parents say 你很懒惰写字, please correction and quote and unquote from Uncle Raymond to your parents. Uncle Raymond 讲我不是懒惰，只是没有motivation 华语叫什么一整
动力
Uncle Raymond 说我不是懒惰，不要做功课，我只是没有sorry 我要改我只是没有不足够的动力去写 ，not enough motivation Seriously if you three guys are really a bad student, lazy student, you don't even bother to go to school at all and do it. It's just that lack of the extra motivation. And you after seeing that, it's just only a few simple homework that you all given to me. That means you guys are very smart, no? If you just put in more motivation, I tell you, you can score very well, no? Seriously. You just next few lessons you come, you just do practice and just score A and A. That's happened to one of my students who come from India, who got A1 for history and SS and geography. Sorry, SS for SS. He just every time practice. You know, SS are Singapore context, and someone his context is based on the old syllabus one. The Sri Lanka conflict, the Northern Ireland conflict, the Venice, that kind of things is different. So it's the matter I force him every time to come to write. So it's about time. Okay, so I know how Ray and Xingchen are two of you. You guys still have honeymoon period, but doesn't mean that you take advantage of it. So from now on, please write as much as you can. I don't want you to type out like that. To be honest, Ethan, I want you to do the one just now you write. But so sorry, is it possible that you write and put it inside instead of PDF format? Can you guys put in JPEG? Okay, from now on, put in JPEG and put in the Google Classroom so that I can copy and paste to Microsoft Word. If not, you put to JPEG, I still have to print screen, then I have to put into the Google Classroom, to the MS Word. So very troublesome. So I can straight away download and then paste it into MS Word and then I start marking. Okay, Karen, Xingchen.
Hitler then demanded for the majority German-populated city of Danzig to be made part of Germany. He requested a railway be built between the Polish corridor to reconnect East Prussia, a part of Germany, to the rest of its country. However, Polish leaders distrusted Hitler, leading to negotiations breaking down and Hitler demanding control of the Polish corridor in addition to Danzig. Hitler then invaded Poland on the 1st of September 1939, resulting in Britain and France declaring war on Germany 2 days later, his invasion of Poland thus being the last straw that started World War II.
你今天吃了什么仙丹药你的 pronunciation and readings is very good. I think Yichen and Harvey will agree. Or is it today you got a new girlfriend? Better than your game, right? Hey, don't worry. I won't tell your parents. Very good, your reading is very good. Hope that it's as good as this. You see, 11 upon 12. I know all of you are gamers here, but I think for these few weeks, cut down your gamers and start improving your writings. So once after for you, Ethan, sorry, where's your last paper for O-level? You do bio? You do bio? Bio, good luck to you, You know, bio is always the last few days,
Yeah, bio always last few days.
Correct, it's always somewhere in the November one, correct, worth it, Okay, next time you'll become Dr. Yi Chen, okay, bio student, okay, you'll become a doctor, so worth it.
Oh, but now become doctor don't need bio anymore.
Yeah, I agree with you, sad to say,
Yeah.
Because now I don't know why, I got some student, told me no need to bio, can go in already.
Yeah, no need bio, but bio's fun.
No, it's a must. By right, to study medicine, you need bio. Just like if you study law, you need to have good English, correct now.
Right? But for now, if you want to study like medicine, right, you need physics and chem only, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know why Like bio is not important. Physics, I don't know why physics need bio. Maybe somebody enlighten me. I still cannot. Maybe I'm the old school of thought, Ethan. Okay, thank you, Ethan. So, 星辰还没有讲完哦。Some people
would disagree and argue that Britain and France's policy of appeasement was a larger factor. They feel that the Allies had many opportunities to stop Germany, such as when they allowed Hitler to annex Austria back into Germany, even though it was against the Treaty of Versailles. However, Hitler's expansionist policy is still the reason he invaded Poland and other countries in the first place, and I feel it is a larger factor in the start of World War II.
Okay, stop. You see, you actually the whole essay can get full marks on a Xing Chen. But because of this word here. Yeah, I know you're going to kick me and kick my ass, kick my face, because you're not the first student. I got student like that also deduct mark. Sorry, Ethan, Howard, and Xing Chen. I'm not Cambridge examiner. Okay, I can mark what I want, but provided I must mark according to Cambridge standard as close as possible. Because here I must sometimes mark very strict. Agree on Ethan? Right? Because I'm not a professional marker as in Cambridge. I don't know what the hell they think while they are marking your paper. So I have to mark according to what I think they are like a Cambridge. So I must be 10 times or maybe a few times more tougher, more serious. Not say serious, sorry, more strict, sorry, don't use the word serious, more strict than the Cambridge marker. So I hope, Xing Chen, you understand. I please, for why I've been telling all of you so many times, don't use the word they. Hello, Xing Chen, please stop playing that game. Look at me. I know you well. Play game never chill me, you. Okay, Xing Chen, you see, don't put the they here. You think that the some students when they put this day, they say it's understood. Wow, why must you be so specific? Okay, let me tell you, you have to all right, you have to be very specific, not pronouns. You must use the right proper noun. It's not pronoun, it's a proper noun. Let's go, last paragraph, please.
Overall, I feel that Hitler's expansionist policy was the main factor in the start of World War II. His invasion of Czechoslovakia increased the tension between Germany and its allies. While his invasion of Poland was what started the World War in the first place. Thus, Hitler's expansionist policy was what ultimately started the war.
Ultimately, is it your answer?
The phrasing was mostly my own, but the content was textbook.
This one. Ultimately started the war. 是你写的吗?
Yeah.
Good. Write it down. Well done. How come I never see this in your summary? Xing Chen. That day you're doing the summary, how come I never see you write that? Wasted leh. You're the first student I see you do summary, very cute one. No? Must write down on a foolscap paper, then do it, transfer. Which is I told most of my students, they were like shocked. Huh? Wow, isn't it take out a lot of times? Yeah, exactly. But it's a good thing. But okay, I will explain to you when I meet up with you, okay, on the English side. Okay, so thank you so much. You got this point here. Okay, so guys, you have to take note now, Ethan, Howard, and Xing Chen. It's not about writing the length of the essay or the source base. Okay. So it's all about. Okay, I meet for you already. Don't worry. Okay, it's all about how you're going to do it in the right quantity as well as quality. Okay. Now let's move on to this one here. Okay. Read this. Okay, I want the three of you. Okay, I read. While I'm reading the Korean War was one of the most destructive. I want you to pick 5 important words. I mean it. So when you write, please show me in front. Like that, like my palms like that. Okay. The Korean War was one of the most destructive wars of the 20th century and considered the first international crisis since World War II. Border clashes between North and South Korea took place frequently before the outbreak of the Korean War, with the superpowers taking sides in the Korean War. It can be regarded as the first proxy war of the Cold War. Ultimately, who should be blamed for the Korean War? So I start first. I will choose 5 words. I will choose the proxy war. I will choose a destructive war. I will choose the where is the superpower? Superpower, that's number 3. And I will choose the another one is the border clashes. And I'll choose North and South. Okay, let's go. Ethan, which 5 word do you choose?
Let me think.
So, okay. Xingchen, which 5 word will you choose? Anyway, the Harvey and Xingchen, I think maybe either by end of September, you may taking North Korean War, or most likely may not. Just a quick one. Xingchen, 你现在老师 history 教到哪里了？还是 Hitler？ Xingchen. Harvey, where is your teacher stop? Where did your teacher stop?
Hitler.
Hitler.
Yeah. The social and economic impact.
这么慢 1 month already. Oh, okay, no lah. Okay, 2 weeks only. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Because 1 week you got 2 or 3 lessons only. Very short. Okay, yes, Ethan.
I think I will choose destructive. International crisis.
Oh yeah, shit. I should choose this word now. Forgot. Yeah, that's a good one.
Superpowers, proxy war, and then blink.
All right, man. Yeah, I should choose international crisis because it is an international crisis. Okay, how ready? How 你选哪一个字？
First one, destructive, then international crisis, then superpower, proxy war, and border clashes.
Border clashes. Thank you, sir. How about you, Xingchen? As if I can 听你讲到什么哦，因为你没有 unmute. You didn't unmute, I can't hear. Okay, one more time.
Korean War, international crisis, proxy war. Can't think of anything else.
Two more, 随便选，不用紧的。你觉得很重要，对你很重要。Must choose 5 to 6 by right. For now on, any background information must choose 5 to 6.
Border clashes.
And one more.
Cold War.
Okay, thank you. Actually, I also want to choose Korean War. But because the whole passage itself is talking about Korean War, that's why I ignore the Korean War. Okay, thank you so much. So later, I hope the 3 of you, I trust you. Ethan, show me your paper. You written down? Xingchen, Harry, please, all of you show me that you have written down. Don't want to show me, that means you didn't write down, but remember to write down. Okay, come, let's move on. Never mind. Okay, let's move on. You did, Yeah, but I can't see because your background covered it. So Xingchen, I'm sorry. Ethan, blue pen or black pen?
Don't have a blue pen currently with me, but I'll go
I
buy
tell
one.
you, never mind. I tell you, your black pen now can throw away already. Not throw away, put one side. You go to Popular and buy your blue pen, as many as you can. or you go to Daihatsu. 你的家有没有 Daihatsu 啊 ？Nearby, Ethan. 有啊。
Then buy the blue pen.
No, today when I was doing my police duty my colleague passed to me the Daihatsu pen with got inside got blue, black and red 哇，那个 the way I wrote I signed my name and wrote very nice to write 嘞，很好写嘞。一支笔1块钱有3个颜色，哇，物有所值哎。哇，物有所值 I agree. Okay, all right, let's go. 星辰 read source A to me. The prominent
Soviet government memo to the United States government in 1950.
So do you think it's positive or negative, Xing Chen?
Uh,
Please don't look at the source, please. Don't look now, please. I bet 3 of you, for now on, every time you do a source page, read the prominence, but don't read the source first. Then after that, you give a judgment second time. Okay, I know it take a bit tedious, but it's worth it. It's worth it. 一晨，你听过举一反三哦？你华语也是不错，对吗？一晨。举一反三的意思 ，first time, second time, and then the third time you do the question, then you will not get out of hand. Okay, so always do that. Yes, 星辰 positive or negative?
Neutral.
Neutral. Oh, okay, fair. 一晨呢？一晨 positive, negative or neutral? Hello, 一晨 are you there? Positive, negative or neutral? Soviet government memo to the United States government.
Positive.
Oh, positive. How rate leh?
Neutral.
Neutral. Okay, let's go. Xing Chen, read to the class. According
to the reliable data of the Soviet government, the events taking place in Korea were provoked by the attack of troops of the South Korean authorities on the North Korean border regions. Therefore, responsibility for these events rests with the South Korean authorities and with those who stand behind their backs. The Soviet government withdrew its troops from Korea earlier than this was done by the government of the United States of America, and thereby confirmed its traditional principle of non-interference in the internal affairs of other states.
Thank you, thank you. Sorry, Howard, I just saw your chat. You just put destructive international crisis. Sorry, I did not read your chat. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Xing Chen. So after reading this, Xing Chen, do you think still neutral or not? Do you think still neutral?
Probably not.
Not really, correct. So now you have to make a stand, positive or negative?
Negative.
Thank you. Okay, how about you, Ethan? Negative, or you just now you say negative, right?
Negative.
Just now you say negative. Now after reading what Xing Chen has read, do you still?
Did I say negative? I think I said positive.
Sorry. I think yes, correct. After just now you say positive. After reading Xing Chen, do you still consider positive?
No.
Thank you, sir. Sorry, you don't want to say something?
I think it's negative.
Thank you, sir. How raise, sir? I sound like helper. Hello,
Negative.
sir. Negative, just now you also say negative, right?
Oh, I say neutral.
Neutral, so now negative, very good. Okay, now I don't want to go through too many. Just look at this one. Look at source A. What can you tell from this source about the Korean War? Explain your answer using details. Come. This is a very simple one. I just put here like that, 2 to 3 marks. Okay, like that. Okay. Now I want you now, same thing, to prove that you've done your homework and scan and put Google Classroom so that I can give you student performance appraisal. Only 5 minutes to do this question. Fair enough, Do inference, Okay, let's go. Write down on the foolscap paper now. What can you tell from this source about the Korean War? Explain your answer using details of the source. Okay. So if you do not know, please use your camera now to take a picture of this one. Because you're going to code now. So I leave it like that, Ken? Or you want to go to the questions? You only got 2 choices, unless you got 2 computers. Okay, take note already. Xing Chen, hurry. Take note already, take a picture. Okay, done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go. Then go and answer this question now. I'll come back to you in 3 minutes. I go to the toilet first. Okay, I'm back. Turn on your camera. Okay, once you're done, show me in front. Even better still, that take a picture, send it to the Google Classroom immediately. I will mark. Done already? Okay, 1 more minute. Okay, what is the answer, Ethan? Are you done? Can I take a look at your answer, please?
I'm not done yet.
Okay, how leh? So I give you some idea. Look here. This is practice your time management for next week exam. Don't worry, I may be giving you the questions for next week exam. So you got a head start to prepare. So once I prepare my exam paper, okay, I will tell you what question, Ethan, especially Ethan, because your O-level coming. So I will give you a head start. For example, if I were to test you on Hitler, a placement, then I'll tell you, I will ask my colleague to WhatsApp to you guys. Okay. Xingchen, can you show me your answer, please?
I'm still writing.
Oh, good, which sounds good. How late are you still writing? Cannot take too long, huh?
I'm done with the one paragraph.
Oh, okay, okay. 加油，加油。Okay, Ethan. Okay, show me whatever you have written. Okay, I got a few more. I got a lot of things to go, so just quick one. Thank you. It's I say sweet, very nice. 很美 sweet in Hokkien. Xingchen, how is yours?
I don't have blue pen, so I still using black pen today.
It's okay, it's okay. 只要你写，咱们就很高兴了。星辰，我看不到，因为你的 background，my dear。 它的 background 是你直接写这样而已啊？要写多一点，不用紧，不
I
用紧。
haven't finished.
Understand？你懂5分啊，5 marks question 不可以 take 太 long 哦 ，not too long 啊 ，the most 5 minutes 啊。Okay, next one, Harry, come. Harry, can I see? Harry, can I see? Whoa, beautiful. Okay, let's go. Okay. I read the question answer to you, then later you guys go and decide. You see, this is so short only. Source A tells me that South Korea and their allies were to be blamed for the Korean War. Okay, this is supported. From now on, you always write this. This is supported. This is supported. Can you turn on the camera, please? This is supported by source A, which states that responsibility for these events rests with the South Koreans authority and with those who stand behind it. Okay, you realize that? This is the answer. Okay, that's one inference. The second inference is saying source A also tells me that the Soviet government does not want to intrude in the issue concerning other countries. So you don't want to involve. So it's very negative already. Okay, which is right. This is supported. Always put that this is supported or this is shown in the evidence. This can be seen. But it's good to use the word from now on. This is supported by source A, which states that traditional principles of non-interference in the internal affairs of other states. I would not really like the answer. It's pretty short. I would like to see your answer, and then next week we'll go through it again. Okay. So that's this part here. Okay, let's go. So you gotta Google and send it to me. Now this B is so straightforward. A North Korean poster in 1950. So we do not know. First time you see will be neutral. But after looking at this Capitol building in USA, definitely the three of you will sure agree it's a negative, right? Ethan. Since you agree, right? You see they take the missile or the bullet to hit the US. Obviously, they are attacking US. So it's definitely a what do you call? A bad one. So you see, always choose the 4 corners, Yichen, Haorui, and Xingchen. One corner is this arm here. Then this that's the firing, and then the capital here, and then here also. Wait now, I think of somebody want to come in. Give me a minute. Okay. Okay, ma? Got it, huh? So what does this picture? So look at B, I'm going to go quickly, So you guys must hand in the homework. What is B say? What did B say? Why was this poster published? Use the source and your knowledge to support. You see, when you say use your source to knowledge to support, that means you have to use your contextual knowledge. Okay, you have to give your contextual knowledge. Why do you think you have this? So a quick one. Just verbally tell me, why do you think this one here? Okay, for the North Korean soldier. Okay, why was this poster published? Use the source and your knowledge to support. Why do you think, right, Ethan? Why do you think this poster was published? It was published due to what reason?
Propaganda.
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 It's used for propaganda. So what's got to do with this propaganda?
So it's like showing that North Korea has a lot of like has like, and also like showing that North Korea is more powerful than the USA because like you can see the missile like aiming at the Capitol building.
Oh, the missile is very big, right?
Yeah. Then like they draw the USA building very small.
Okay, so you see the 4 corners. Welcome, Tianjin. Are you on your camera, please? Thank you. Tianjin, right? Is it Tianjin?
Jingtian.
Sorry, your surname is Jing, huh?
Yeah, Jing.
Oh, 对不起, Jing. So I should pronounce Jing Tian, 对吗?
Yes, as like same pronunciation as today. Good evening.
Same pronunciation of today. Oh, 今天.
Yes.
Wow, every day you are every day to me, to my life every day. Okay, not that song, just kidding. 今天不回家. Okay, not the song. Okay, so okay, welcome for this. So we are talking about North Korea. 今天. Okay, the North Koreans are usually I will tell them 4 corners. This one and this one and this one here and this one. And yes, you are right. Who's that, Ethan? The center of these pictures here show a very mighty missile. Okay, and show that this guy is charging at this Capitol building in US, and you see, right, you can see a crack there. Means what? What does it mean, Yichen? Of course, 今天 you want to contribute by all means, okay? What is the purpose? Well, your school ends so late,
Yeah, we have a night study.
I always admire school, who really take care of students all the way. Hey, you night study, the teacher also have to go back late, right? Correct.
Yeah.
And then next morning they wake up 6 o'clock. Somehow they got no day off one. You see, this is 我们做老师的辛苦. But I respect them. I used to do that, so I understand. Okay. And then 整天没有冲凉，臭到要命，都整天喷香水。Right, morning to 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, it's not easy. Then afternoon have to take care of CCA. So the reason this, Ethan, because it shows that already there's a crack in the US defense right now. When you see this, that means there's a crack because the North Korea has already penetrated all the way to Seoul. Remember, Ethan? That's why when the North Korea has been attacking the South, attack the South Korea, North Korea attack the South Korea cannot take it. 喘不过气来, hey, hello, US, please come and help me. I need the help. I'm desperate. Please come and help me. And that's where the South Korea was so desperate to ask for the United Nations and the US to come in, because most of the country at that times are very anti-communist, right, Ethan? There's a CK. But because of US have their mighty technology, the 5M, the manpower, the money, the material, the machines, and the management, which is General MacArthur, they push all the way North Korea back to Pyongyang. Pyongyang is Cambodia capital, sorry. Pyongyang all the way to North Korea. That's why after that, remember last week I mentioned about General MacArthur was so野心. He wanted to attack all the way to China. So desperate. Then our dear friend, who is the president of USA, no, you better come back. No. And finally, he kind of said him not to let him continue. Okay. So what does this source tells you, Ethan? 今天 you see, 今天这个 questions asked for this. Why was this poster published? Okay. Use this source in your knowledge. So when you say use the source and your knowledge to support your answer, means you must use your CK or your GK. Remember last week we talked about. Just now we do A. I'm so sorry because now we just, okay, this is an A, just now we do. Now always, whether you're SS or history, you always look at the prominence. Okay, so it's definitely a negative impact. So Jingtian, you want to say something about this one? We expect this question to come out in exam, in O level. Just a quick one. Korean War, 3-star. Prediction. You saw that? This is my prediction for coming out O level. Okay, thank you. Shh. Don't tell anybody. No, serious. Don't tell anybody. I'm serious. Okay, Jingtian, what do you think about this picture?
This one is it. Okay, I think that it is showing that North Korea is attacking the USA and they are winning in a sense. That's true. Yeah.
You give me a new word, Ethan. The North Korea right now is, without any doubts, they are advancing into what? Start with V, F with Y, Xingchen. Stop using your phone. Come look at me. You see, I can tell, you see? I can tell he's using phone. He's flirting with his girlfriend, you see? Don't flirt with Uncle Raymond. Very bad at this point. Okay, what is that word? Start with V, end with Y. Your English very good one, huh? 凯旋归来。我华语不错。你不懂什么是凯旋归来啊？不是乌龟的龟啊。How Ray, what is 凯旋归来? Anyone? Have you heard before? 今天?
Victory, is it?
Yes, write down. It's victory. 凯旋归来. So this, yeah, you're right. Just now you missed it. 今天 Ethan was saying these pictures actually is a propaganda. to show that, hey guys, don't give up. Hey guys, we are advancing. We are going to have victory. It's just that spark. We need the spark to continue to attack and win that part. Hey, come on, look. The US is cracking already. It's just that need a few more bullets to whack them. And we are there. True enough, in history context, they nearly captured the whole of South Korea. But because 人语不测风云啊, things like that, sometimes it's got real. They send 那个 honey bear 就是那个美国啊 to come into United Nation to come in. Can you imagine if this happened, it will happen, guys, because you don't study Vietnam War. Because of that, the US thought of doing that, pushing the North Korea. They are so aggressive in the Vietnam War. But because of Vietnam War, they lost, right? You know, like South Vietnamese was under the GI, which is my godmom. My godmom was a Vietnamese. He ran away to US after that. So because of that, Saigon, that last time was called Saigon, then it changed to Ho Chi Minh City, named after the founder of the Communist Party of the leaders of Vietnam. So when they attacked, the North come in, the South Vietnamese run like hell. The last aeroplane helicopter flew off. That is the end of the Democratic Party. That is where the first time US taste failure, taste defeat. From there onward, of course, you saw those movie Rambo, all these things. It's a bit exaggerating. But here, this is the picture it shows. Okay, let's look at the answer, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Ethan, would you kind enough to read for this one, this poster?
This poster was published to convince US that North Korea was capable of withstanding any threats so that the opposing forces would back down. This can be seen from source V that shows the North Korean soldier holding missiles preparing to invade Capitol building in the US. This shows that an attack was imminent and North Korea had the capability to invade US. The caption also,
sorry, I would prefer to use this word as a you read wrongly, but I thank you to you because it should show that this clearly shows that an attack was imminent and North Korea had the capability and ability right now have the capability and ability to invade US. Ability 就是有它的那个the ability means the body, the ability of the forces of North Korea. But the capability is the weapon that they're going to use. Why are they capable of the using the weapon? Hello, I got support from these two brothers, China and US. They supply us with the arsenal. That's why it's called the capability and ability, okay, in the US. I would rather say that this clearly shows to emphasize that North Korea is very determined. Okay, it's not going to deter them, not determined. It's not going to deter their attack. In fact, they are going to advance vigorously on that for victory. Okay, carry on. The caption.
The caption also reads, "Bear this in mind, well, those who mess with our great undertaking will be our target." This suggests that the US may be invaded by North Korea in a retaliation attack. This was published by as US may not think that North Korea had the capability
has the capacity
to destroy their enemies.
Can you write this now? If you dare, I challenge the four of you. If you dare, I did ask my ex-student to do this. It can be North Korea, it can be Japan, it can be Stalin, it can be Hitler, it can be which one? The Cold War, the Cuban Missile Crisis. Okay, can you dare not to say this? Okay, this suggests that US may be invaded by Korea in retaliation attack, as they are going to what? As they cannot see 眼睛对眼睛。你有听过？今天看了，眼睛对眼睛，你看我，我看你，加酱波啊，好像周璇的歌哦。你没有听过这种歌哦？哎呀，不同年代嘛 ，cannot see eye to eye， 写下来 ，they cannot see eye to eye。Write down, they cannot see eye to eye. As a result, what? They have a conflict. Okay, they decided not to. They did not decide. Sorry, they decided to go to war because they cannot see eye to eye. They have disagreements because they cannot agree to the terms and conditions. You realize disagreements, as you cannot agree to the terms and conditions. As a result, because they cannot see eye to eye, they started to wage a proxy war, then finally into a, sorry, wrong. They started to wage a civil war between North and South Korea, and then finally into a proxy war. Get it now? Okay, Ethan? Jingtian? Okay. This is because the two of you are set for, so I emphasize this. So right now, cannot see eye to eye. They like it. When you write this, they like it. Especially when I ask my student, oh, Mr. Sean, my school, not my, Mr. Sean, wow, this homework for me very good, eye to eye, using idioms, right? Sing Tan, fist pop, remember fist pop? Seeing eye to eye. Okay, one more questions before we move on. Source C. Now, Jingtian, an extract, don't look at the, please be honest, don't look at the source 直接看这个。就像好像你要追那个男朋友要 be your boyfriend， 你第一次看他是 plus 还是 minus 还是 neutral。 Okay, no, seriously, take this. An extract from the roots of European security by the Vadim Nikashov, published in 1984. 记住这个年已经是1984年。So the war has been ended about 30 over years, right? So is this going to be a neutral or going to be a positive or negative? I know you're very tired. Come back. Just a quick one. It's very tired. If you tell me you're not tired, you're taking steroid.
I think it's like more of neutral. Like
neutral, First,
more information on.
Okay, first. Oh, sorry. On what?
I have more information since it's like 30 years later. So they have like bigger.
Oh, so with more evidence, more information, more research. So neutral. That's the first impression. Let's read on. Okay. Hooray, the American.
The American military involvement in Korea in the summer of 1950 aggravated the already tense international relations. The United States, having landed troops in southern Korea after Japan's surrender in 1945, was seeking to gain control of the whole country. By unleashing civil war in June 1950, the South Koreans, backed by the United States, turned the Korean peninsula into an arena of fierce international conflict, but in the end failed to achieve the aims of its Washington masters. Soviet and Chinese assistance to the People's Democratic Republic of Korea, North Korean, frustrated the plan to take over all of Korea.
Thank you, sir. So, Jingtian, do you still think neutral or not? Do you think still neutral?
No.
So now left two choice. 记住every time when you read this prominence here, 你就有3个选择，一个是 plus， 一个是 minus， 一个是 neutral。 OK， 做人就是要三思而后行嘛，对吗？ It makes sense, So use it. I told you, even history, you see, can use in real life. So first time you meet, you see the boyfriend, handsome. But maybe 你第二次见他的时候，他是一个 playboy, flirt around. Forget it. First time 你看那个男孩子胖胖的 not so very handsome. But 第二次你看到他去帮一个老太婆，哇 very good hearted. 第三次他又是独生子，可是他不是那种富二代 but you really 谋生自己自力更生。Finally I got the word correct. 自力更生。Finally I got it correct. So you really want to marry this kind of guy, right? Correct now, 今天 how the rest of you, right? You are not going to buy. No, so what I'm talking about. You're not going to marry a girl or marry to a guy that is materialistic, right? You must have a heart of gold. So now you tell me, plus or minus, 今天
Minus.
Minus, Okay. Now the third time, to double confirm, to reconfirm whether it's neutral or minus, let's read the source now. The questions. That is C. So now you see, use C and D as a how different are these sources? Explain your answer already. Okay. Now you have to use D to compare. D. All right. D. Ethan. Xingchen and Hao-Rui, I will ask the two Set 4 students. A review of the Korean War by the American now. Just now was a Russian, now the American in 2003. 你的是1984年，我的2003年的比你更 more information. So Ethan, plus minus neutral. You don't know what the hell he's talking about, to be honest, right? Agree?
Yeah.
So first time like that, guys, what you did is correct. Put neutral first.
Neutral.
Correct.
Yeah,
Put neutral first.
Because Cold War has ended.
Correct. But if what happened, you say, a review of the Korean War by an anti-Korean soldier wrote a diary in 2003. Confirm already. Anti-Korean War 你 confirm 他一定是一个 negative， 他一定是讲 negative 了，对不对？因为他在那个战场 in the war he saw his comrades, his buddy being killed by the North Korean army. Okay, let's go. 星辰 on June 25th.
On June 25, 1950, Communist North Korean forces, backed by the Soviet Union and Red China, swept across the 38th parallel in a massive invasion of South Korea. The lightly armed South Korean defenders and their American advisors quickly fell before the much larger, better equipped Red Army. All of the Korean peninsula would soon have fallen to Stalin's Korean troops, if not for the intervention of the United States-led Allied forces. Americans, many who probably could not locate Korea on the world map, were soon to pay a terrible price in blood treasure, national sovereignty, and world standing for this Asian venture.
Yeah. 今天的议程 I've been teaching this and been using this source for so many years. Every time when I look at the source, I have different opinion. Until finally, when Xingchen read one word, I just realized this bloody American are very racist and anti-communist of China. Do you know which word he used? 看到你们可以找到。And thanks to you, Xingchen, I'm not going to carry your favor and carry your boss. But when you read the one, it suddenly spark off. And this word is like, oh my goodness, it's so racist to me. 浩瑞，看你们找到吗？我不会骗你的哈。如果你们找到我请你一粒糖。笑什么？一粒糖也是钱吗？哎呦，你看，你在学校老师，你答对，老师都没有给你糖吃嘞。你还敢笑我？不要这样了。Okay, which word? Seriously, guys, come on, it's serious. Okay, let's go quickly because a lot of things to share. 一晨 which word do you think? 如果你猜对，我就讲 answer 了。
I'm not very sure.
不要 not, come on, just choose one word. It's not difficult. It's just like you go to supermarket, your wife say, go and buy pamper to your son, for your son. You don't tell me not sure. There's so many pamper, just get one correct now. It's just only large, medium, small. Come on.
Blood treasure.
Okay, thank you. No. Hurry.
Venture.
No, thank you. Xingchen. This is a speed I want.
Not sure.
I told you already. I don't like the word not sure in my class. I don't want IDK one. Just go. Just give a shot. I come back to you after 今天 You must tell me 星辰 今天 which word?
National Soviet.
Okay. No. Okay, 星辰 快点
Blood treasure?
It's Red China. Yeah, you're surprised, right? Why? Isn't it you are very anti-ideologies with China? Why cannot you say Republic of China? True not? You can say by Soviet Union. Soviet Union also red color one, 对不对？为什么你要特地要 emphasize 那个 color red China？ 为什么不要讲 the forces backed by the red Soviet Union and China？ 对不对？两个都是红色嘛？你 color blind 啊？我不是讲你啊，你那个 American color blind 啊？ So you can say Soviet Union and the People's Republic of China, correct now? Is it true? That's 100 years. Why you say Red China? That means they already have the 带有那个很刺的 very strong sense of biasness, prejudice, and very strong sense of hatred already. And that is why General Mayata want to go there. In fact, it's true. The sense of hatred is so deep. If you study other history textbook, you know what I mean. Of course, I know lah. So this is the one. So you realize that this is an Americans. This is definitely a very sarcastic tone. This is the purpose that you tell you, hello, excuse me. We are coming here to defend the democracies, the ideologies of capitalisms, the freedoms of speech. Hello, excuse me. These are the three big idiots or big clowns who want to destroy the peace. They forgot that we and the other parts of the world save them from the invasion from the Axis power. You see? 话中有话。Russian one 是直接单刀直入的，跟你讲 because this is one, this is the thing. You did that, you do this. That's why we come in. We just want to safeguard our brother. 我的弟弟给人打，我当然要下来帮忙，对不对？这个不是，这个是我打人了，我还跟他讲说是你打人的，是你不理我们。You get the idea? So this different concept. Now, I just want to go quickly with the answer, okay, to show you the difference. Now, when you say both sources are how different, okay, we don't look at 2 to 3 marks already, okay. Set 4 student, if you're going to do this, I'm sorry, please, then don't come for my lesson already. Okay, you guys must be in L3, L4, and L3 already. Okay, here. So let's talk about this first. Okay, let's go through, and then there's both sources. Okay, let's go through this part here. Both sources, wait, similar, difference, both sources. Okay. If you were to talk about both sources C and D are similar in talking about the external interventions in the Korean War. Okay, both external intervention, which that means the Russian and US also involved. This can be supported by sources that state the American military involvement in Korea and the summer of this. Okay, you see, honestly, I told my students, please do not quote too long the quotation, because sometimes the last few words might be used for another quotes in another source. That means you are telling the examiner you lack of quotations, you lack of evidence, you lack of research, you lack of ideas. Okay, so therefore, please do not do that. Okay, it depends. It depends. I think the American blah 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 here is enough already. Up to here is enough. Similar source B. Okay, let's quickly blah 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 here. Okay, yeah, see this part here. This is a sentence here. You see, you listen. In a massive invasion. So hence, they show that both okay. So they agree. Both one because of 38, because that's why they cross each other border. One is because they aggregated, that's why it's called international at the coming, which is the United Nations, right? So difference. So C and D are different in who was responsible now. That's what means in Chinese what we call 公说公有理，婆说婆有理，其中道理在哪里？在他们的屁股里面。Okay, so at the end of the day, to be honest, they have their own way of defending right now. They have their own way of defending. Okay, their own way of procrastinating to say who is right or wrong. They have their own ways of argument to say that, look, with their own evidence, they want to prove that the other party is even more wrong than them. Why? Look here. This can be supported by sources that say this, blah, blah, blah here. Okay, it's very long. This suggests that the war was started by South Korea. 不是哦 ，Can you imagine 今天你有2个儿子，大儿子跟二儿子，大儿子妈咪弟弟抢我的 toy。连弟弟讲没有，妈咪，哥哥抢我的 toy 的。连谁是对 ？You look at the camera 啦。If you have a camera, you got recording. You look at camera, right? Then you ask your helper, Maria, yes, madam. 弟哥哥比弟弟 ，Madam, I was doing things, but I saw. Then 如果你的家婆跟你住 ，is this cross-referencing now? Is it reliability? Is it usefulness? Correct now. Then better still. 妈咪，你每次偏见的，你都是讲弟弟好，因为你疼弟弟。Okay. Then finally, what you do? You do assertion already. Ask them to write a reflection. This is it. It related in real life. Why? You don't believe? On the other hand, source D states on the right. So why? Para is a massive invasion, which suggests that the war started by North Korea. They even tell you very clearly, hey, excuse me, not me, because of this 38 paragraph, correct or not? Until today, they got this 38 paragraph. Until today, because of this 38 paragraph, is separated. Until today, your 2 children grow older already, maybe you're 60 years old. Then your son will say, 你的老大说，你记得吗？那是为了那个 toys. Why you go back? If it's after 30 years, right? This is 2003 and 1984, ma. Maybe 30 years later, your elder son, actually, mommy, you know, 弟弟 actually, did tell a bit of lie, even though I took his toy. But he is the one who whacked me first. So I purposely keep the toy to take advantage of him. But I know that day why you want to give Titi, because Titi past few days was not feeling well. So you don't want to agitate him. Emotional selling already 今天. Why? Because 我来讲这个了 tone and purpose. Now you get it now? 法官大人，我的当事人没有罪，因为他是一个小孩子，他过马路的时候看到一只乌龟过马路，所以他停下来。Okay, so both sources C and D are different in tone about the involvement of Americans in the Korean War. Source C criticized American for his involvement, which is true, right? And this can be supported by source C that stated American military. Okay, this is a quote I don't want to talk. On the other hand, or you can use however. I prefer to use on the other hand, but because of the time management, you just use the word however. Always use the magic word THT. In social study and history is thus, hence, and therefore. Okay. Where am I? That source state that all of the Korean peninsula would soon have fallen to standing Korean troops, sorry. Okay, what happened? If not for the intervention of US, 本来整个就是 okay, just like your elder son. Actually, I'm not wrong. The camera, as before that, you only see the second part of the camera, but you did not rewind the first part. Why Titi make me angry that I purposely keep his toy? While I was studying, he come and disturb me. You see, you ignore that part. This is what it means here. Standing Korean troop. You see, you just only look at the other side. It's the US. But in actual fact, we all know that, okay, if you are pro-communist, okay, whatever reason it is, you will stand on your side. But honestly, Uncle Raymond is a very anti-communist country. Okay, to be honest, a very anti-communist. Until today, China and Taiwan case, I will still think that Taiwan should not return to China. Okay, because one is communist and one is democratic. But if you say Hong Kong and Macau, yes, they must belong to China. You know why, 今天? Because of the Opium War. You know, right? So you see the different history. Now you say, I cross-referencing to support my argument. But I got students still argue, Uncle, please, Taiwan still belong to China. Then I can say Japan also belong to China. North Korea and South Korea also belong to China. Then Myanmar also belong to China. If you want to date back all the way to Tang Song Ye Ming Qing. Correct. There's nothing wrong. So this is where I feel that the tonality makes the difference to make that the argument has a very sustainability of a very thick information to support it. Because of this, you say all of the Korean this was soon, and if it's not for the intervention, 如果 US 没有我们整个 Korea 就是我们了，用打了，就是这个给波进来，这个鸡杂婆进来 spoil the thing. Get the idea? Just like your elder son, if it's not because of Titi the past few days was not feeling well, I think you have punished Titi already. Then 你就讲儿子过了30年你才跟妈咪讲这个，我没有啦，妈咪，我只是聊天跟你谈一谈。You see, exactly. This is why. No, seriously, sometimes you have to think. What the hell? It's already past the war already. 2003 and 1984. 你跟我讲做什么？那是死几万人。Why do you say that? Ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason. When you go to A level and go to university, all this mention is because they always say this: history don't repeat itself. He says not in, right? This is Wi-Fi problem. Never you can watch the YouTube. Just now you have a problem when it was the first one to log in. It will be. Can you hear me?
So I think there is something wrong with your mic. Or is it my side? I'm not sure. But it's not sure.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think since Yi-Chen is having a Wi-Fi issues, that's why he cannot go in. But just now you can hear me, right? When I'm talking all this thing. Funny, just now. Anyway, I'll ask Yi-Chen to look at the YouTube. So take note now. You see, why the 1984 and 2003, and why does the examiner choose there's a big year of difference there. Okay, if you want to go and further study the history of all this Korean War in the university, even got doctorate who would just study nothing but North Korea history or the Korean War. They get a lot of information. Why? Reason is because they want to justify right now. They just want to justify which one give you the most solid evidence to prove that this is a real proxy war. That's all about it. This war is created proxy war because, ladies and gentlemen, this is the very first war that the US and the USSR started their so-called, their actual so-called the Cold War, which is wrong, which is totally wrong. Because 真正的 Cold War started 是从 1949 when 中国国民党跟共产党分家。This is where the USSR and USA came in. But sadly to say, your textbook did not mention this. Therefore, I find it is not a full-fledged of history, in my opinion. Because when I taught the last batch one, they really talk about the long march in China, okay, after the World War II, and why this Chiang Kai-shek was forced to go to Taiwan. Okay, why Mao Zedong decided to set all these policy against the Kuomintang, and why China supported the North Korea. But unfortunately, this is it. But of course, when you go to A level, you will study more details, which I did. I studied the whole of modern China, so I understand. Okay. Oh, sorry, I should not stop this one. I should share. Ethan coming in already. Ethan, are you okay? What happened, Ethan?
Yeah, just now my computer died.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, don't worry. You can go to YouTube and take a look, Can? The last part of it, can? Ethan?
Okay.
The last part, because the last part is quite important. You need to know what happened. Why did I say that the 1984 and 2003? All right. So why did the Korean War break out? Causes, impact, and result. Please bear with me. Jingtian, you can bear with me. It's about 1,000 slides. Can? Don't want. Okay, bye-bye. Hey, study must be 永垂不朽. Okay, only 100 slides. Instead of 1,000, I give discount already. Okay. The 20 or 30. Okay, just a very quick one. So we know, okay, take note of the year. This is the year, very important. Then this is the Korean War. Why is it called okay? Now always there's a question asked: is the Korean War a civil war or proxy war? Please, ladies and gentlemen, okay, 现在的1号位 is always a civil war first. 内讧才有那个 proxy war. Sorry 今天为什么是叫做家变？就是里面一个夫妻跟一个老公不和，所以他们闹离婚，这是 called civil war。then after that， 为什么是 proxy war 呢？就是他的家婆的 family involved already，get the idea？so 就是他的老公的姐姐啦，他的老婆的弟弟在外面看到each other就变成死对头了，对吧？Sorry, I've used this example. That's the best I can think of 啦。because war 嘛 ，war 就是打仗对吗？跟离婚有关系吗 ？OK。Then 孩子是不是很惨？那个孩子是不是要跟妈妈还是要跟爸爸，对吗？ So the South Korea is the same thing, right? 家破人亡 ，OK? So it's a Cold War. It was also, was also part of the Cold War. Take note, okay? The Korean Armistice was signed in 1953 because they cannot right now. The Korean War cannot come into a conclusion. Who won the war? Then there's a division. The post-war, okay? I bet your teacher will tell you this, because it didn't end like that. Okay, because it cannot come to a conclusion who. And I think, in my opinion, they decide, 为了面子, they did not say, hey, I'm very tired. 算了. Okay, 38, I don't want to fight already. I got better things to do. No, serious. It's just a why husband and wife now 分居跟离婚. Okay. 我们屋子分。你要拿大儿子就拿我拿二儿子. Okay, let's move our way. But this is because of their very indecisive decision that caused a lot of repercussion until today. You see the North and South Korea. Well, Vietnam, they really whack you one. Attack means all the way. You see the whole Vietnam is now communist. 要做就干脆做到 ，OK? Quick one, So on August 6 and 9, because of this, the atomic bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and then the Soviet Union start to send troops. So in fact, before World War II, all of you know, sorry, 今天they听到我闲了. They all know that the USA and the UK, the Allied powers start with all the U, USSR, United Kingdom, and USA. They all, that's called the U. All the 2U is already against the USSR. So 从头到尾他们就是不会干 cannot click one, cannot see eye to eye. But because they have a common enemy of Germany, okay? So Soviet Unions to do, okay, this one just read on. It's inside, and no, it's not inside, but just to quickly tell you, okay, here Europe. Although the war was over, property and devastation. So because of this, okay, they just started to rebuild their own economy. And don't forget, in certain countries like US, every 4 years got president elections. So they decided that maybe the new president decided to say, hey, enough lah, okay? I don't want to bring my own boys to fight in the foreign lands. It doesn't belong, it's not my war. So I decided to move out, okay? So the war has not stopped because of this. That's how you talk about the war itself. The Cold War, take note, take right now this one, guys. Okay, even you're a Sec3 student, the Cold War lasted from 1945 to 1989, where this is the collapse of the Berlin Wall, 对吗? The perestroika, glasnost, finally the Gorbachev say bye-bye. This is where the end of Cold War. You realize that even end of the Cold War, they are still don't trust each other. I don't know why. This is the guy, Harry Truman. Remember the Truman Doctrine, and we went through this already. Sadly to say, take note, the Truman Doctrine and the Marshall Plan, they came out in O-level before, many years ago. But I doubt they'll come out this because there's nothing much to write on this, to be honest. But they like to test. This is a guy I don't like. Even I go to Tiananmen face, I look at him, I stare at him. Imagine he can talk to me, 看什么看不爽啊？我是真的对他不爽啊，因为他的老婆很烂啊，你懂 right? The Cultural Revolution, do you know that? 那个他的老婆叫江青 ，not soya sauce 啊，他的老婆叫江青啊。他是其中的4大恶人，害死很多中国人民。You go and Google it and type Cultural Revolution. Okay, he's not nice. The wife is a very bad, and it's only Deng Xiaoping. That's what he say, right? 黑猫白猫，只会抓老鼠的猫都是好猫。I think Deng Xiaoping is the one who liberate and open up China economy. That's the man I really respect. Okay. And if you look at study the deeper history, during the World War II, Mao Zedong did not really use a lot of his army to fight against the 大鬼子, the Japanese. In fact, 是国民党比较多, because 国民党 at that time was supported by US army with the arsenal and military weapons. Okay, so this, you know this, you must know this guy. There's South Korea, and then you must know the Soviet, okay, occupied the first firewall, the Kim Il-sung. Okay, there's this guy. Okay, then was only 17. And this is a history of Kim Il-sung. He won't come out in the exam. Just to tell you, he's very anti-Japanese. So when he decided to be the leader of Korean, I think it's very automatically he has the leadership, he has the charisma. Okay, Joseph Stalin involved of the 38 as well. This is a very good one. Okay, you realize these are all the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take note of this. If you have a camera, can take note. Use a camera and take pictures. Okay, this is a very, very important because it may come out in your social study, your source-based questions. Ethan, are you there? Yeah, Ethan, it's okay. You can unmute. You can because of Wi-Fi not clear, you can close your camera. Then your Wi-Fi will not lag. Okay. So this is General Matter. You see, on June 25, you see, it crossed and without a formal declaration of war, President Truman sent US attack. The president requests the assistance of United Nations. Okay. On September, Mahathir carried out a surprise landing in Incheon's harbor, quickly moved into island. Thousands of United forces liberate Seoul and push the North Korea back to 38. Truman believed that the entire Korean peninsula should be liberated from the communists and authorized the UN to cross 38. In October 1950, US crossed the South Korean army marched to the north and Pyongyang and continued towards the Yalu River. On this, okay, Mao Zedong sent hundreds of thousands of troops. If North Korea will be taken by the United Nations and South Korea, Mao Zedong know that it's just a matter of time. This American will cross to Chinese border. Okay. Now you know why they call the rich China. 今天我明明本来是可以打赢 North Korea， 你鸡蛋糕，where the hell you come out from in out of blue and you help the North Korea? Now you understand why the frustration. It's just like 我明明可以偷到那个钱包了，出现议程小偷，我被抓去坐牢了，然后我就看到议程，我永远会记住你。当我出来，我一定要做很 ，know that kind of feeling already, that kind of strong hatred already. Your teacher won't tell you this. Sometimes I like to write story. This is how I teach history. Okay, 我可以教到很久了。I don't know the timing one. I'm so sorry. So I will be quick. Because I know you all are very tired already. Okay, so sorry. I go back to this slide. Okay, see, thousands. So finally, I must take note. You must write this. Demilitarized zone. Oh, this one can be used in your social study. Okay, Yes. We are talking about globalization. This one DMZ. You used in the old social study before. Wow, this one is cool, right? The summary of the war. I don't think you want to take a picture because this is not buying 4D. 不是换支票 but just to give you a round. This one can be Google it and check it out. Just to share you cause of effect. Okay, cause of Korean War. Yeah, just underlying the domino theory, the falling effect. Domino means if I don't settle this, it will continue for getting more and more. So we have to stop the domino effect. Okay, just a quick look, just speed reading. Okay, in all these soldiers, just to give you the cause of effect. That's why so many World War II already died so many people, and now with this Korean War, I think better stop. That's not enough. Okay. I just want to finish the slide. So I don't want to mention next week already. Now, this war created a fear in the United States of the domino effect of communism. The United States intervenes in Vietnam to avoid another North Korea. Okay, because of the Korean War. Not true. After the Korean War, we got the Cuban Missile Crisis. And then after that, this Vietnam Wars. Then we had the detente. And then after that, Iran-Iraq War. Okay, this is one of them. This one, last week I used it. Super good. Okay, if you want, you have to go through my last lesson. I downloaded in the Google Classroom. This one is 一目了然，一清二楚. Okay, this is very good. This is in one of the old history textbook. You can see that it's super good. You can just use all these to put into your essay. Yi Chen, this one I don't think have. Okay, take a picture, please. They will explain to you civil war and proxy war. Please take note. This one very important. Print screen. I will not show you again now. Print screen. Don't bring to school. You see? You see? You see, your old textbook never mentioned China. No, not your old textbook. Your present textbook doesn't mention China. Right? Jing Tian and Yi Chen don't have. This one don't have. You see? Very detailed. This is the old history textbook. That means it's my elder son, which is now 26 years old. So that means 10 years ago, 16 years old, so O level, 10 years ago. You see? Look at this one. Cool, right? Take note. Look at this one. Xing Chen and Hao Rui no need to take note. Maybe next year, if I'm going to repeat all this one again. But if you want to, it's okay. Okay, this one is very important. See? Very good. Civil war, proxy war, civil or proxy war. They will ask you this kind of question. Which one? Then you have to explain. So I told you already. Just remember, you must have the civil war. 就是夫妻在吵架，最后离婚，变成是 family member 也是 involved, so it become proxy war. Okay, good example. Then take note of the United Nations involvement. This one also must take note. This one you must take note. Xing Chen, Yi Chen, Hao Rui, and Jing Tian, NATO, and don't talk about CITO. They talk about NATO here, and is there a Warsaw Pact? The Warsaw Pact, form of the communist, but it's actually this one. Then later form of the Warsaw Pact. You know what Warsaw Pact, right? 今天 Warsaw Pact, okay. Okay. Now all these sources very cute. No, it's like that. Next round I will explain. By the way, 今天 I got all the sources. If you are lucky to get one come out on O level, I tell you, it can happen before. My student, I got all the sources. I got a lot of sources. 你只要这样 go through 看到，诶，真的出哇 jackpot man， 真的是有出过，我真的没有骗你。I got a lot of sources. You can ask 一晨 a lot, right？ 一晨对吗 ？Last round we went through Hitler 对吗？很多哦，还有 Stalin 的哦，啊，100多张啊。We just go through like that. Then you see, this one came out before. This one is the best. This one came out in O level before. You know what I mean? This is Russia, China, Mao Zedong, then North Korea. Is it North Korea? North Korea, Kim Jong and the soldier. 推入火坑啊 throw them in the fire. This one, puppet. Hello, this one, at first I look at him, he remind me of Lee Kuan Yew face. His face is very, but it's a North Korea one. Yeah, because they, as long as you see red, white, blue, it's American flag. Take note. Or Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam stand for US. This type of picture they won't show you in the O level. 今天 you saw already. This type of picture is real picture. This one is confirmed real picture. This one also came out to show that Americans are bad people. So don't surrender to them. Here, take note of this one if you want. Question here, children. If you want to use the camera to take note, if you want to do the question for this one and send to Uncle Raymond, by all means, welcome. Okay, in 3, right? Ethan, take note. Sing Chen and Harvey, no need to do. Okay, this is for my set 4 student. Okay, go. Okay, wait, let me see. Yes, stop sharing already. Yes. Okay, stop recording. Thank you so much for today's lessons. As you know, what is the homework? Okay, so the 3 of you, I leave it to you. The 3 of you, the 3 guys, you're supposed to complete your SPQ. Next week, I'm not going to go through your SPQ anymore. I'm going to cover other parts, most likely essay questions. So please hand in your homework. Just now, you all 3 did the SPQ, right? Please complete it, screenshot, put it into the Google Classroom, and then I'll go there and mark your paper. Okay? Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Jingtian, for coming in. Take care. Have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye, everyone. See you.
Yeah, can I ask for the SS, the homework? It's the same as the questions that we go through last lesson, right?
I put in the Google Classroom already. Did my colleague give it to you?
Yeah, it's the same question, right? The one that we go through. Like the internal, external defense.
Yes. But this next one, I'm giving you another one. It's for my school.
It's in the Google Classroom. It's not, right?
I think sent already. I already submit already. Every week I submit lesson.
Oh, okay, I go see.
Yeah.